oh, oh, validation. If only there was a guy. If only there was a guy who's been saying since Wonder Woman 1984 came out that it practically killed Gal Gadot's career as Wonder Woman in the DCU, we probably wouldn't be here right now. They would have probably fast-tracked her movie. I've been saying it for a while. I was like, Patty Jenkins was not a good pick to lead a Wonder Woman movie. The reason why the first Wonder Woman movie was good was because Zack Snyder was there and pushing it more towards his own vision. The second we removed Zack and Patty had full control, it became a really bad soap opera with really questionable motives. But nobody wanted to listen to me. Everybody was like, oh, you're just being misogynistic. No. I believe that the people that currently are in charge of Wonder Woman, from the top at WB to the middle with Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot to the bottom with the people who are writing the script, are not doing Wonder Woman justice. Wonder Woman 1984 did not do Wonder Woman justice. If anything, it took her from the highs of the first movie to a really low low. But let's get into the report, okay? You see, it came from the Hollywood Reporter today. Multiple sources state that director Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 is dead. DOA, baby, in its current form. This news comes ahead of new DC Studio bosses James Gunn and Peter Safran pivotal presentation to Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav regarding their multi-year plan for the DCU, which is expected to take place next week. These two just took over, and they're already presenting their multi-year, step-by-step movie, TV show, comic book plan for the direction of the DCU. Something that in the last 10 years, Warner Brothers never sat down and attempted to do. Now, there can be some argument on the lines of, well, Zack and the Snyderverse. The only thing good in the Snyderverse was Man of Steel and Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League. That's it. Everything else in the Snyderverse is trash. And even if you were like, what about Aquaman? Aquaman came out after, and they did their damnness to make sure there was no connection to the Snyderverse. Like, barely referencing Steppenwolf and what happened in the Justice League movie, so that they can be kept ambiguous going forward for his character. The Snyderverse was never good. Don't get me wrong, Zack Snyder gave me fantastic fucking visuals, a great dark side, a really dark Justice League movie, but he messed up in regards to a bunch of characters. I didn't like his version of Superman. His version of Superman is way too dark. His version of Superman is not the Boy Scout. His version of Superman is like one bad sandwich away from turning into fucking Batman and just like gerbating and instantaneously killing people left and right with laser vision. Like, he's one step away, one Lois Lane death away from turning into Homelander. That's not Superman. Never has been. But Zack's no longer in the picture. We've got James Gunn. James Gunn is pretty much going to stay on the course in regards to the characters that he's going to be pushing forward. And I'm going to make another video about what it looks like he's building towards and why we may end up getting a new Wonder Woman announced maybe sometime next year. News of Wonder Woman 3 being scrapped comes a mere day after Gal Gadot, who has played Diana Prince as Wonder Woman in DCU since 2016's Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, made a heartfelt post to social media that, at the time, seemed to be teasing the character's on-screen future. She wasn't teasing anything. Like, if anything, her and Patty Jenkins probably got the news a month ago that they're not going forward with Wonder Woman 3 and they're not going forward with bringing them back. And she was trying to drum up some level of support from the community and from the fans in order to show that, hey, people really want me to come back as Wonder Woman. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't create the waves I think that she was hoping it was going to make. And it looks as though from the people up top that are currently running things, they're out. Let's see, where was I? Since character returns a few years ago, it was announced. I'm gonna skip over that. I've been grateful for the opportunity. Yeah, it was a swan song. It was basically her saying that it was a great opportunity and I love my time as Wonder Woman. But, you know, if you guys don't make some noise, I'm going to have to step away from this because they don't want me anymore. So, you know, make some noise. And like I said, there wasn't any noise made. There's probably going to be noise made now that it's been announced that they're not going forward with Wonder Woman 3. There's going to be people complaining. These people don't know what they want. WB, James Gunn, listen to me. Listen to me. These people, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. Okay? No clue what they want. Like, what we're looking for here is the version of Wonder Woman that bitch slapped Batman and was like, talk shit, get hit. What we're looking for here is the version of Wonder Woman that survived for 6 months in the wild with a human baby on her chest doing whatever the fuck it took to keep that child alive. What we're looking for here is the version of Wonder Woman who beat the shit out of Ares, took his helmet, and became the god of war, and was like, no, this is no longer the time of war. It is now it is now for the time for the god of peace. What we are looking for here is iconic Wonder Woman. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. That's what we need. That's what they need, but they don't know that yet. They're probably going to flood you with outrage for like the entire weekend. It's okay. Like, James Gunn has turned off his Twitter for like 6 months before. He'd probably do it again once you start like backlash and bashing him in any way, shape, or form. I think the rest of this is basically the apparent axing of Wonder Woman 3 isn't the only news regarding the DCU's future under Gunn and Safran to come out of THR's report. The outlet also explains that Jason Momoa's time as Aquaman could be coming to an end after 2023's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. The final project to be greenlit under the previous regime, but that Momoa is being considered to take over as another DC character, Lobo. Yes, because James Gunn understands. Jason Momoa and Aquaman. Don't get me wrong. Jason Mamoa made Aquaman fit him because he was super charismatic. He looks nothing like the Arthur Curry from the comic books in any way, shape, or form. Now, I will say that I kind of like, is it Maui? I kind of like how his heritage was blended into him being Aquaman. That was fucking dope. His dad's Boba Fett. That instantaneously elevates you like plus 10. But Jason Mamoa fits Lobo. Like, in his core, just having fun and having a ball, Jason Mamoa is Lobo. Like, he's been the perfect Lobo. We've been fan casting him as Lobo for 15 years. That means that if James Gunn is like, okay, this is your last time as Arthur Curry, we are going to use the Flash movie to just reboot everything. We're going to bring in a whole new bunch of new heroes. Henry Cavill is going to be coming back as Superman, and you're going to be transitioning over to Lobo. That's perfect. I 100% agree with this. I'm probably going to make another... No need to make another video about, like, Jason Momoa as Lobo. But, like, thank you. Give us what we want. I want it. Okay? I don't want peace out here. Okay, James Gunn? Because you're going to be causing problems. But that's okay. Because I want problems always. If those problems give me what I want. And what I want is Jason Mamoa as Lobo. I've wanted it since I was in fucking high school 15 years ago. And I still want it today. Finally. Like, if you don't know me, and like you've only ever seen me do Marvel stuff on the channel, I'm a DC fan. Like, I always have been, and for the most part, like, I always will be. I rock with Marvel because Marvel's been able to give me consistent entertainment that doesn't let me down, whereas DC has consistently been trying to give me an aneurysm / heart attack for the last 10 years with just really, really bad decisions. I also like the fact that I'm hearing that they're kind of curbing The Rock and telling him no, because The Rock wants to make like the DC universe all about Black Adam, and apparently James Gunn was like, fuck that. Like, you can be off doing your own thing, but for the most part, if you don't fit into what I'm attempting to do, I'm not throwing you in any of my movies. Excellent. That prevents The Rock from doing stupid shit. Ah, your boy is content. I haven't been this content with DC since Peacemaker ended. Oh boy. I don't even know what I'm about to do with like the rest of my motherfucking day. Like, I may like sit down and go reread like a Wonder Woman comic or something along those lines and go have some fun somewhere else, because god dang, all this news is fucking great.